Ed, let me, if I could ask you a couple questions about the golf course, because you and I have, you provided me with the information that I requested from time to time about the revenues and the costs of the golf course. The last information that we had was that the end through 2016, we were showing round figures, $794,000 in total receipts, and including an assessment for water and sewer, $785 in costs. The cost number, though, didn't have any entry for either pension contribution or unemployment, even though we had budgeted for both of those items at the start of the year. Did we not incur any pension or unemployment cost related to the golf course? The way we've structured it, if the golf course can't pay for itself, we pick up the difference. The golf course has always been presented as, when it was first taken over by the city, and ever since, uniformly presented as and structured as a utility specifically because it was claimed that it would be self-sufficient, self-sustaining, which sadly it's not. The numbers from 2015 to 2016 show that total revenues dropped from about 981 to 794. That's pretty steep. Thank God that the ACIA was able to do the job they were and reduce our costs. But we all know that you reach a point when you're not going to be able to reduce costs anymore. I look at this Band-Aid measure of changing the policy as being nothing more than a Band-Aid. And next year, when, you know, I hope, like everybody up here hopes, that golf course has a banner year, but I'm also not going to put my head in the sand and say that these numbers don't mean anything. My God, you dropped almost $200,000 in revenues in 1 year. So next year, when we're looking at it again, then we'll be making other adjustments, and we'll say, well, let's take out the golf cart leases, maybe. We'll take that out, and the city will pay that directly to save money. It's all for appearance's sake. We're not addressing the fundamental issue, which is golf course as a golf course run by us is very close to being a money-losing proposition. And that's without even talking about debt service. This is just basic profit and loss year to year. So I don't see the point, other than for appearance's sake, of changing the policy, so I vote no.
Sarah? Simpson?
Yeah, being a businessman, it doesn't make sense charging yourself for something that's a necessity. It's not very much water that they want to put on there. They want to put it on the greens and the tee boxes.
I came up here with the intention of having one item, but I'm going to add one to that. And it concerns what you just did, what you just approved with the policy concerning water usage at the golf course. That approval is a complete contradiction of the premise upon which this course was sold to the Brigantine taxpayers at the time of purchase, which was it was to be self-sustaining. And the cost of it was not to be borne by the taxpayers. Well, for the past several years, part of it has been borne by the taxpayers, and now evidently another item will be added to that cost. People who don't play golf, who just live here as taxpayers, are going to assume a greater cost for the golf course. And I think that's rather dishonest on the part of this council. If you said something that we're having financial problems and we have to place a burden on you rather than on the people who use it, then you're not doing that. You're simply doing this now, and the public will not be aware of it. And I think that goes back on what you promised to the public several years ago at the time of purchase.